This week was heavy, not because of my weight, but because of everything else life threw at me. But I showed up anyway. What made me decide to do this? If you guys saw episode 1, then you saw that I got tired. I got tired of feeling funky. I got tired of hearing God's voice telling me to walk in my purpose. I got tired of making excuses and thinking that my excuses gave me an out. And now I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. If you are ready, if you are becoming that woman who you've dreamed of, that version of you that lives inside of you, then this is the video for you, okay? Some of the goals that I set for myself this week that we are going to do is I am going to work out 5 times this week. That is 5 times. That is at least a 30-minute workout. That can be a walk. That can be on my bike. That can be a weightlifting session. But my minimum is 30 minutes. I have to work out 5 days a week for 30 minutes. That is my minimum, non-negotiable. I also am increasing my water, 1/2 gallon. I have been slacking on my water, and I know if I just try and jump to a gallon tomorrow, it's not going to happen. So I know that for me to get to 1/2 gallon actually is fairly easy for me, especially if I'm focused on it. So that's going to be my goal. And then I want to increase my water over time. But for this week, my goal is at least 1/2 gallon every single day. And I know that is probably not enough for my body weight, but I am starting somewhere, and that may increase. Like every day my goal is 1/2 gallon. But if I hit that, I'm going to keep drinking water. I'm not going to hit my goal and be like, okay, I'm done. But that is also an area that I want to focus in on. As I mentioned in the last video, this is weigh-in week as well. So for those that don't know, if you haven't caught, probably like 2 videos ago, I am a part of Weight Watchers. And so I do have a meeting at 7 o'clock on Saturday mornings. I go in, I weigh in, I sit with this community of people who are absolutely amazing. And I like the fact that it's kind of keeping me accountable on my weight, because I don't like weighing in, but I know that this particular time in this journey, I need to be a little bit more focused on what I'm eating, how my body is responding through the week. And the only way for me to really know that is to at least weigh in once a week. So this week you will see me weigh in, and we will find out exactly where I sit. So we will know where that 25-pound goal is. Thank you guys so much just for everything, for your encouragement, for your love. And yeah, let's jump into episode 2. Don't grow weary. That part stuck with me, especially as I felt myself slipping midweek. That's good. There's a scripture that I want to share with you guys because there is something about it that just speaks to, that is just speaking to me right now. So the scripture is Galatians 6:9, and this is the NIV version. Let us not become weary in doing good, for the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. This is just that perfect reminder of consistency. Not giving up, not getting weary of doing good. Doing good for your body, doing good for the people around you, doing good for your community. You know, it's just like being consistent in that. And when you're consistent in that, there's a harvest, because you reap what you sow. And so this just, to me, is just that reminder of don't give up. Be consistent in all the areas of your life, in loving, in doing good, in feeding your body what it needs to feel good. The thing that I tell people all the time too is you cannot pour from an empty cup. So you have to fuel your body. You have to fuel your body and your soul and your spirit with good food, exercise, just clearing your mind of the stress, of the anxiety, having that faith, heart talk with God on a daily basis. Like, doing good and being consistent means so much in this journey. And this scripture, Galatians 6:9, once again says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Remember, this is the perfect reminder that reward comes from consistency. Let's go. We got this, y'all. It was hard. Happy hour is where old habits live. But I did better than I would have in the past. And that counts. Hey guys, so, my voice is shaky. I'm picking up the camera because this is a raw moment on my faith journey. If you have been watching me for a little while, you know that I've had some financial difficulties in the past. And if you are new, there are some videos that you guys can go back and see where some things that happened in my life. But I think one of the areas where I was not trusting God was with my finances. I was trying to take care of it all myself instead of truly being guided by His Word, having faith in my abilities, in even having faith in just building a side hustle. Like, I didn't have any faith in that. I just tried to work things out with a paycheck. I got payday loans to cover me to the next paycheck. Like, I just was, whoo, y'all. And I give to the church, but I wasn't tithing, y'all. And I just felt like I didn't have enough to tithe. Like, if I'm getting payday loans, what can I, like, that's how I felt. That's what I kept telling myself. I kept putting myself in that mentality. And so today, I literally was shaking because it was my first time tithing in a long time today, y'all. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have it like that. But I'm trusting God. Because over the last couple of days, I didn't read it, but I kept seeing this. 2 Corinthians 6 and 9. I kept seeing it, like, and I can't even remember where I saw it, like, but I know that, like, I don't know if I was talking to somebody or I saw it on something, but I kept, like, I've seen it a few times over the last few days. And this morning, I was praying about this journey, y'all, because this morning I didn't work out. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. And probably because I ate bad last night, y'all. My mama made pasta. And I think I just woke up feeling bad. And I literally knelt down on my knees in front of my prayer board, and I just started praying and asking God, like, guide me, tell me what to do. Let me show y'all. So this is my prayer board, right? This is where I was kneeling, and I could look up and see my prayer board. When I looked up, the wind kind of made this move, and look. So, two things happened when I saw that. One, it made me think about the fact that I need to give. I need to give what belongs to Him. And I know that He will cover all of my needs. That is a given. Like, I don't know why I struggle with that. Why I'm struggling with that. I'm not going to say that the next paycheck is going to be just as easy. I can't say that. But what I can say, or just as hard, but what I can say is I knew what I had to do in that moment. I knew I had to let go because that is an area that I struggle in. I knew that that moment was a lesson that God is trying to show me to let go and trust Him. It was hard. It still feels hard because, of course, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, what if that come in? Oh, what if that, like, but I know it'll be okay. I know it'll be okay. But then the second part of that was this journey. I have to be able to be honest and open and give you guys everything. And that includes this moment because you have to grow, I have to grow in order for us to get to the next stage in life. And me picking up this camera in these moments, I think is just as important as me picking up the camera to do a workout or to show you guys my meal. But y'all, when I tell you I was shaking, that lets me know that I've had this insecurity around money for a long time. And that is a lesson that I think is going to be a part of this journey that you guys are going to see, because I think I know that is a lesson I need to learn. I never realized how much money triggers me. It leads me to eating, avoiding workouts, stress I don't speak about. But I'm learning that getting my financial health in order is a part of becoming her too. And just when I thought the week was a loss, God reminded me, joy still lives here. I expected to gain. I really did, y'all. But I was down 0.6 pounds. Yeah, that was small. But to me, it was proof that grace is working, y'all. All right, beautiful people, the week has come to an end, and I wanted to reflect on a couple of things with you guys. I think first I wanted to think about, were there some things that I overcame this week? And I think that having the mental shift financially is starting to occur. Like, I'm starting to think more budget friendly, not overspending. I'm just more intentional. And so I don't want to say I overcame that, but I will say that is something that I'm working on and overcoming. And I think that this week was very a loud and clear message for me to make that a priority in my life. What am I learning, or what have I learned this week? I think that the thing that I learned this week is that I'm stronger than I realize. I think that my faith is stronger than I question myself to be, I guess. I feel like I say that my faith isn't like I'm working on it, but I think that some things that I had to work through this week let me know how I do rely and lean on, and I am faithful. And I'm not great every day. I'm always a work in progress, but I think this week is something that I definitely learned. So what am I working on this upcoming week? I think that learning that I'm having these financial insecurities that are really playing a role in my health and weight journey, that I think this week it's really important for me to focus on some financial boundaries, really honing in on my budget. And I think that's going to just help me to be clear on what I'm eating, not eating out, meal prepping, making things at home a little bit more. It's going to help me establish that. And so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then I am looking forward to just moving my body more intentionally. I feel like I'm not pushing myself the way that I need to. If I want to see the weight drop off, I have to be disciplined. And I think this week that's the goal, to be disciplined in my food, to be disciplined in my workouts, to just really be structured and stay focused. So I feel like that's what I'll be doing this upcoming week. This week reminded me, I'm not just shedding weight. I'm shedding who I thought I had to be just to survive.